Happy Tuesday. It's Country Brittany. I guess you would know that. Thought about not doing a video this morning because I wasn't feeling that great, but I was like, you know what? I need to. If someone sees this, they need to see that even if you feel a little low, it's okay. Yesterday, I don't know what happened, but it just, like about 10 o'clock, I started to get a headache, and it took me out. Like, I just couldn't do anything. I had to lay down. I'm usually all about trying to do natural remedies, not take any over-the-counter stuff, any prescribed stuff, because believe it or not, I got my certification to be a pharmacy tech. Didn't use it, but I learned a lot of things about medicines that made me very hesitant to use them anymore. I mean, there's sometimes that we might need them, but there's a lot of things God has given us to be able to use. And I'm still learning about all that. And, but yeah, yesterday my head just hurt so bad. And I ended up taking ibuprofen, and I want to beat myself up about that, but I can't do that. Because I know God forgives me. I need to forgive myself, so why in the world would I beat myself up about that? But, yeah, I woke up today feeling a lot better, but I'm just feeling very emotional today. I don't know why. I spoke about my granddaddy yesterday and how we were in the garden. I have a video of me and him in the garden when I was really little. And that was my memory on Facebook. And I was like, that's crazy. I didn't know that was coming. So I don't even know how that happened. But, so I watched that video this morning. I'll have to, maybe one day I can figure out how to share it. But, so I cried a little bit. And I just really miss him. I always miss him, but just lately it just seems like, and he's been gone for a while. He died right before I found out I was going to have my daughter. So that was almost 10 years ago. But yeah, so I wasn't going to do this morning just because of how I'm feeling. But I was like, you know what's probably the best thing for me to do? Because it's to show I'm not always happy-go-lucky all the time, like you see on all my other videos. And that's okay. It's okay if we feel a little sad sometimes. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get that out. And yeah, so I know I want to beat myself up about how I reacted yesterday. I just feel like I should have been more positive about the whole headache situation. But, you know, I know anyone who's had a headache, it is hard to think straight when you have a headache. Like, I felt like I was just being attacked yesterday. Spiritually attacked for sure, in my health. But and it was hard to wake up this morning and be positive. I'll be honest, it really was. It's like my boyfriend asked me, he's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, I want to say I feel great, but I'm like, I feel okay, I guess. Like, I want to speak it that I feel good, but it was really hard. It's really hard some days. There's a lot of days that are easier than others, and today is one of those hard days for me for some reason. But I feel like me doing this is gonna help. So it may not help anybody, but it might help me. I don't have my sweet little Maze, my little sister dog today, but I got my little Cobe. I don't know if you can see him, he's laying there. He's just waiting for us to get home so he can get in his little bed and lay down. He's a little lazy guy. I wish I could lay down with him. But yeah, so yesterday was a little difficult. You know, it could be ascension symptoms. You know, people talking about how we are going from a 3D world to a 5D world and raising the consciousness, but this can also affect us in different ways. And I have a headache like maybe once a year that's bad, and lately it's just a little bit worse. So the only thing I can think of that changed is to do with the Ascension. I'm not sure. I'm also feel like maybe it's my body telling me, because I had cut down on caffeine in the past years, but like over the scamdemic year, I started back on caffeine again. Drinking coffee and stuff, and I know it wasn't good for me, and I've gotten back on being horrible with it, drinking way too much. So I also thought maybe this is a sign that, hey, Brittany, you need to slow it down on the coffee. I know it's not good for me, and I put like this creamer that's really, I know it's got sugar in it because it tastes so good. But so I think that's another thing. I'm trying to see what I can learn from what